Hey YouTube, this is Pete with the Crystal Casino Band. Welcome back to another Thursday video. And this week we're going to talk about how we made our song 20-something Socialist. It just came out last week and so far you guys have had some really positive things to say about it. So we just want to thank you guys so much for listening. This song came to me, I would say, it was sometime in 2020. And I was trying to learn how to play Mr. Brightside by the Killers. And I was doing that part, and for some reason I was just gravitated to doing a little riff like, and then I moved it down to here. And eventually the song just kind of started taking place.
So Pete first showed us 20-something Socialist, looking back now at the voice memos that I have, in March of 2021. It sounds a little bit like the version we have now, but a lot less toned down and much more chill throughout compared to the new one. Hearing it back then, it was like, okay, this is a good song. This is gonna be a good song when we finally start actually working on it.
This one really was like an earworm for us. I remember hearing it and it being stuck in my head like on the way home. We all really dug it and could not wait to record it and play it live.
It's not super common that Pete shows a song and I like immediately know what the drum part should be, and this was sort of an example of that. Just like the main riff is so rhythmic.
Originally, I didn't have the lyrics for like a very long time. I had an instrumental version for this song for like a very long time and a melody idea, and I just never really got to like writing it until I was just like thinking of like catchy titles for a song, and I thought of 20-something Socialist because I think that attracts like our target audience, because like I feel like our band and our brand is filled with, our brand is like young people in their 20s who are politically active. So then once I got that title, I was like, oh, the rest is gonna be easy. Just like writing about the existential dread that everybody my age is facing with like being in the second year of the pandemic, like billionaires are going up to space.
Really like the culmination of the past few years' events, I think, are encapsulated in this song. And this song kind of talks about the impending doom that we're all facing, this like monotony of being our 9-to-5 jobs, this pressure to buy a house, to have a family of 4, but meanwhile we're all facing these threats that are really pushing against our ability to live, our ability for our families to live in the future. We've been told to use reusable straws, that's how we're gonna get out of climate emergency. But at the same time, we're seeing Jeff Bezos take vanity trips up to space that, you know, in our lifetimes, our individual actions could never make up for that one trip. Most likely, that's a little bit of spitballing there, but I think you get the point.
Probably our most political song to date. I mean the title is evocative on its own. And I think you can extract a lot of different meanings from what Pete's lyrics are. Like personally, I took it because, like, he's sort of, you know, talking about these socialists, these young socialists with all these bones to pick. And I sort of thought, you know, yeah, like there's a lot of people out there who are sort of keyboard warriors who, you know, say a lot on Twitter but don't actually do very much. As we've talked about it and thought about it more, I've learned that, you know, it's more just about like the dread that all of us face as like young, you know, 20-somethings in this like very uncertain time.
When writing the song, I feel like Pete had a really good idea of what he wanted to say and the messages he wanted to convey. I think if he wanted our help or didn't have a verse here or there, and if we put our own spin on things, it might lose some of the narrative. Like, he was more writing like kind of an essay in this scenario.
Originally I had the title called like Tread On for it, which is funny because it actually goes towards the end of the song as well, with the keep on treading water, we're only sons and daughters line. And that is very influenced by the Killers as well, because they have that one song, All These Things That I've Done, where it has the middle breakdown part where they're like, I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. and I thought that we could do something like that as well.
There's definitely like a really cool build up towards like the middle / end. Then the ending is like a very sort of dramatic part where we sort of do sort of like a miniature like stop. It's a greater effect live than I would say we replicated it on the recording. The whole band sort of stops right when I hit like my low floor tom. I think it's like a really effective part. It's very dramatic. I think that was somewhat Jordan's idea.
He like adds a low E, so it's like, sorry.
Kind of hangs on an open E a little bit before going back into it, and it's a full band thing. Like we're all kind of speeding through this rhythm, and then it just breaks, and then it goes big again. Meant for the live aspect, the theatrical part, but it did translate a little bit more subtly into the studio recording.
It was really cool to perform it live, and we got a really good reaction to it. We're like, okay, we knew that this is the next song that we have to record. Joey's drum part kills it, and then Jarrod also does a great job with the guitar and everything too. The whole process was just a blast. Like Jay and Kyle like did a great job with it as well. They added a lot more synths.
And I'm glad we left it to this album and this cycle than the last one, because it's better with the messages and the tone that we have for this upcoming cycle.
It's been very cool to see the reaction so far to the song, and you know, obviously we wanted to tie it to some causes we believe in. The first of which being, you know, climate change, and then now for Black History Month, we're donating all of the proceeds to Fair Fight Action to help fight voter suppression, which disproportionately affects African Americans. So yeah, it's cool to see the reaction to those things, and cool to see, you know, people share their support of those issues that are very near and dear to us.
I hope you guys enjoyed this Explain, that track of 20-something Socialists, and please be sure to like and subscribe for future content from us. See you guys in the next video.
You know, the real heads know, and yeah, signing off.